Hello guys, my name is VB26. I like drinking Gatorade and playing retro games. But one argument I constantly see going around a lot is between the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and which one of them is better. So today I wanted to set out to answer that question. This is the Super Nintendo versus the Sega Genesis. So, the Super Nintendo released in 1991, and the Sega Genesis released in 1989. Some of the greatest consoles of all time, but we do like to compare them, especially back in the 90s, and nowadays we live in the 2020s with our AI slop and our 5 million genders now, and our Switch 2s and PS5s and Xbox Series piss yourselves. It's fun to look back at these two and compare them. Okay, the design. Super Nintendo. It can look cool, but it's a weird chunky shape. It turns yellow. Genesis looks cool. Enough said. And then there's also the Model 1. So yeah, both the models of the Genesis are cool. There's also the Super Nintendo Jr., which is just dumb. So yeah, Genesis gets that. I really like the cartridge design for Super Nintendo games, but the Genesis has the advantage because it puts in these cases. Now they later would cheap out and put them in cardboard, but that's only like a small fraction of the library compared to a Super Nintendo where everything is cardboard. So yeah, Genesis wins design. So with the controller, the Super Nintendo feels good to hold, and it has like a nice button layout and these buttons on the top, and it's a nice controller. Then the Genesis, it doesn't have as much buttons, but it feels really good to hold. Like, maybe it's just me, but yeah, it feels really good to hold. So yeah, I'm not sure which one wins. I think it's just a tie. Graphics. The Super Nintendo has more colors, which makes better looking games. Now, Genesis doesn't look bad, but yeah, it's easily Super Nintendo that wins. The music. So, the Genesis has the likes of Sonic, Vector Man, and most importantly, Streets of Rage. On the other hand, the Super Nintendo has DKC and Mega Man X, and that's cool as well. But I'm probably gonna give this one to Genesis. You can't beat Streets for Rage. No, literally, you can't beat it. Fuck that one boss at the end. Games. Well, starting off on the Super Nintendo, we have Super Mario World, which is great. The DKC trilogy, which is pretty good. Okay, maybe not the third one. Mega Man 7 and the X trilogy, which are all really great. Even though I don't really like X a whole lot, but whatever. Wait, doesn't the Genesis have its own Mega Shut-Up? Super Nintendo also has the likes of Kirby Superstar and Dreamland 3, which are nice. And I guess let's talk about the Genesis. So, there's the Sonic trilogy, easily some of my favorites. Even 3D Blast, I like it aesthetically. So, what else do you like besides Sonic on the Genesis? Well, I mean, Bean Machine. It's a nice puzzle game. Wait a minute, that's just Sonic. Now, Vector Man. Yes, this game is great. The sequel is a sack of shit, but the first game. Holy fuck, this game is great. Then there's Mega Man The Wily Wars, a collection of first Mega Man games, and I thought those were pretty good. They were created really well here, even if the fan base doesn't like it because it's different. Streets of Rage is a fun beat 'em up. Again, the music is great. I've heard the second one is even better, but I've never played it. Echo is such a unique experience. Now, what about backwards compatibility? Well, the Super Nintendo had this thing, the Super Game Boy, which let it play Game Boy games. While on the Genesis, this is actually a third-party one, but there were actually official adapters to play Master System games on the Genesis, so that's neat. But I'm not really here to compare the Game Boy and the Master System. So I guess that just leaves me wondering, which one is better? Come on, man, like, the Super Nintendo, like, it has, like, probably the Super Nintendo, like, it has such great graphics, it has some great Mega Mans, it has this Mario, it has Donkey Kong, but, like, the Genesis, like, the Genesis also had a Mega Man game, like, it had Mega Man The Wily Wars, but, like, that's just Mega Man 1 for free on the Genesis, but, like, Genesis had Sonic, but, like, is Sonic better than what the Super Nintendo had also with Mega Man X? Like, what do we compare this to? Like, I mean, the Genesis has some great music, but the Super Nintendo also has some fucking amazing music, because they have Mega Man X and Donkey Country, but this has Sonic, Streets of Rage, and Vector Man. So, what else do we even say? Like, the Genesis has the cases. Super Nintendo has the better looking cartridges. The Super Nintendo controller has more. Hey Evie, you got any chews? Girlfish. Hey, you don't get a load of this guy. Like, is he seriously just constantly rambling on about the Super Nintendo and the Genesis? Like, he has both the consoles. Yeah, that is true. Hey, Vector, why can't you just decide that they're both equally great? I mean, you already have both of them. Well, I can't just say that they're both great, because I can't just end the video with a tie. That would be too fucking lame. So, I guess at the end of this video, at the end of this day, okay, I just have to go down to with what I think is the best. Just go off what my gut says. Well, we finally reached the end. Both of these consoles have fought so well, and have shown off some amazing games. But there is one console that I think will be better than the other. And that console is the Sega Genesis. Like, I'm sorry, but I just have a lot more nostalgia for this console, and collecting games where it is more fun with how they have all the cases that they came in, and then what's on the Genesis is so amazing. Like, I've dug deep into the Genesis library. The Super Nintendo I haven't really played. I've only played around 20 games from it, and what I've played is great, but it's not. And I've played some really great games like Mario World, Mega Man X, and Donkey Kong Country, but I personally just think the Genesis is better. So yeah, the Genesis won. Maybe it's not. I think it's not as common for the Genesis to win as the Super Nintendo, but yeah, this is actually my personal favorite console of all time, and yeah, it's just a great console. I really like it. But yeah, as my first official video on this Vector Blast Productions channel, I think I'll be satisfied with it, and who knows, maybe I'll make more of these videos in the future, or who knows, but one thing that is good to know is that Gatorade ball is empty. I need to grab more.